What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. Today we're back at it again with Vinland Saga, Season 2, Episode 21. We are without Koja today, busy with work. It's fine. Maybe we'll be back next week. But in the last episode, very, very emotional episode. I cannot emphasize enough how much seeing the scenes of last episode, animated and voice act, I did not expect it to add as much weight to the situation as it did, but it was really fucking good. I don't know about you, like for me, the music, Einar Ironhide's and of Thorfinn's voice acting was just fucking phenomenal, especially Einar. But yeah, to sum up a little bit, in the last episode, the fight for the farm started, and Kettle's farmhands got absolutely fucking demolished. Goddamn. The only person who was putting up a fight really was Snake. His men were afraid. Badger lost an arm. Rest in peace. I don't know if it was his left or right. Doesn't matter. Kettle got knocked out. And yeah, just it's fucking crazy. And yeah, Thorgil's assassination attempt failed. And we're kind of at this like temporary ceasefire. Both parties pulled back. And yeah. Episode ended off with Arnhide unfortunately dying. Tragic loss. Her entire story is tragic. And Thorfinn basically going off to the battlefield, trying to stop Canute and try to stop the fighting. So yeah, Corey, from your perspective, like, did you, over these past few episodes, what do you think was going to happen to Arnhide? Do you think did you expect her dying, or did you expect her like making out the situation alive?
I was unsure. I feel like Vinland Saga is a show that kind of keeps you guessing. You're uncertain about characters' like long-term presence on the show. Mm-hmm. So because I could see like Arnhide being a nice character to have around for Einar especially, and Thorfinn, but I could also see like her death as like an opportunity for character development and also just the emotional impact of it, because we've had the whole season up until this point to become attached to her. And when it got to the point where I think it was at the end of the episode before last episode where she was kind of seeing Hjalti and what's
Gardar and her
Gardar
son
wasn't coming to my head, but yeah, once she was seeing her family, I was like, okay, they're kind of leaning towards her dying here. And then so I'm coming into last week's episode, I'm like, all right, there's a good % chance here that she dies. And then we get to the point where she is dying or she's dead, and Thorfinn's like, hold up, I know a technique. And when he starts performing the CPR, I'm like, okay, they're about to do something really cool here, and revive her. And that did not end up happening. And you see Einar, he like hasn't given up yet. He's still trying. He's desperate. You could tell like the way he feels about Arnhide. It's really tragic. And it was just like an emotional part of the episode, probably the best part of the episode. And that's saying something, considering we also saw Thorgil and Wolf fighting. And on Canute, I guess, even though with him, he just hit the parry and, messed up his wrist or forearm or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was, that episode was a roller coaster of emotions and a crazy ride.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. And also like the parallels between Thorfinn essentially emulating his father from the beginning of the show. It's really showing that like he's becoming, at this stage of his life, he's becoming his father, whether it's something he's like actively trying to do, or if it's just like maybe it is like he's actively pursuing, even though I don't know, it hasn't really been said, but it's really cool to see. And you mentioned like Ironhide dying being like basically a catalyst for like character development in other characters. So how do you think her death like affects or causes the other characters to change, like Thorfinn?
I mean, he's gonna be even more motivated now to get to the point where people aren't waging wars and killing each other, because that's kind of what Ironhide went through as well. Like, her whole life was hell. Everyone around her that she loved died. She was abused. So yeah, it's just even more motivation for him, and I think Einar might end up joining him on that path, because you kind of see as well in last episode when Einar was about to go berserker mode and go for Kettle in his lackadaisical state. I don't know what you would call it. Like, he was just coming to from being knocked out on the battlefield. But Thorfinn stops him. He's like, trust me, you don't want to go down that path. I've been there before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of good that he has Thorfinn there with him to kind of mentor him and guide him through those types of situations, which come up frequently in this show. Like, there's a lot of bad people in this show, antagonists that really mess with our heroes and very looking for a good word here, but yeah, he essentially killed Ironhide and her unborn child. So
yeah,
I think that would make anyone angry like that.
I don't blame Einar for lashing out the way he did. But yeah, if Thorfinn did not stop him, Kettle would be dead. Assuming Snake couldn't stop Einar.
I feel like Snake would have stopped him if he had to. But yeah, where was I? Where was I at before I was making that point? What's the conversation?
The conversation was like about how Arnhide's death affects other characters going forward.
Right. It's just Thorfinn and Einar. They're going to become even more motivated to, stop the death of the people around them that they care about. And especially for Thorfinn, just like, it seems like everyone, he doesn't want people to die at all. He doesn't want anyone to go through that.
I mean, yeah, it's Thorfinn. The two characters work extremely well off each other. Thorfinn's seen hell, and he's basically, this entire season has been him trying to recover from the terrible shit he's done mentally and find a path forward. And him stopping Einar from going down that path is great. On the other hand, Thorfinn has been on the battlefield his entire life and doesn't know how to be human, pretty much. So we have Einar helping him with that shit too. So the characters are fucking fantastic. They're bros. They just they work off each other extremely well. So yeah, you said some good shit there. I'm not going to confirm or deny it, but some good shit nonetheless.
Okay.
I think one other thing I was kind of thinking about is, I think Arnhide, like the words, Arnhide on her deathbed is very interesting, because she was basically talking about like, what's the point of even being alive if like war is gonna keep happening. It's kind of comparable to Thorfinn towards the beginning of the season, where he was basically being sliced up by a fox, and him basically saying he's not afraid of dying, and like him saying he's never once enjoyed being alive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting to see how far Thorfinn has come, and basically someone who a couple of years ago had no hope for life I mean, granted, like at the end of the result, Arnai still died, but trying to save someone on the brink or try to give them some sort of hope or ideal of moving forward, even though like that didn't come out to be. But it's definitely a big moment. That like if that will affect him going forward. His basically what he was saying last episode, he doesn't want anyone else to die on this battlefield. He thinks it's pointless. And yeah, it's really fucking interesting. It's Thorfinn is just a fucking interesting character, man. Fantastic character.
Yeah.
And then we got that hard ass line of saying he only has 100 men. At the very least, I'll come back alive.
Yeah, that was crazy, and I expect this attempted conversation with Canute to go horribly in some way or another.
All right. Well, there's only one way to find that shit out.
True.
And I think you know. Mm-hmm. But before we get into it, if you like our content, consider dropping a like and subscribing. Check out our other videos on the channel, and also check out our Patreon, where we have full-length reactions for all the episodes, and 4-week early access of series going on right now. Check out our other socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and check out our Discord if you want to come in there and interact with us. All that being said, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What's he looking at?
The battlefield.
It's a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Oh, they're collecting the bodies.
Oh my god.
That man's jaw.
Head cut in half.
I wonder if they'll listen.
I bet. Oh.
He doesn't want to escalate the situation.
Yeah. Floki obeyed, but I don't think he's happy about that.
Yeah. Why is it floating now?
I'm still in hell, far from paradise.
Yeah.
The path of bodies, man. Trail of corpses, rather.
Seems familiar, yeah?
Yeah. Very similar to Thorfinn.
Yeah.
Damn, man. My grass is HD.
It looks really good, yeah. Is there light shining on the grave? Oh my god. I don't think he realizes that Thorfinn's left.
That's crazy. I think when Thorfinn ends up talking to Canute, it's kind of like going to be a angel and devil on the shoulder situation. Okay. Thorfinn's going to be like the voice of reason and righteousness, and you're going to have King Swain, you know, kind of trying to make him walk down that dark path.
Okay. I mean, Canute isn't like completely evil, because like we saw him in this situation. He'll pay him off. He just doesn't want the people on the farm to be hurt more further. Omar, what's he doing?
And don't have a drop of blood on him. Shame.
Damn, everyone's retreated to the guard house.
Ooh.
Oh man. Is that the girl that was scheming at the beginning?
Is it?
I think so. Damn.
Yo,
Who's that? Oh,
that's the dude that he killed.
Yeah. Is he about to throw up? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not a wound. He's blaming himself for everything that happened.
さっき2度目の降伏勧告があった。
冗談じゃないわ。私は嫌よ。国外追放なんて。
I really feel like she doesn't have a say in this.
I mean, if she wants to go out there and fight,
エビ、
Yeah.
お前が不甲斐ないからこんなことになったのよ。
he was like the only one that was competent.
Yeah.
よせ、キツネ。戦を続けると言えば、エビ、あんたはどうする？付き合うよ。
He's a ride or die homie.
そうこなくっちゃな。なに、20人もいりゃ、
Okay.
王の首を取るには十分
I
だ
know
ぜ。
about that one, Chief.
20 versus 100. What
I like
happened
the
to
confidence,
300?
though.
風に勝利してこそ、男の花道ってもんよ。落ち着けトールギル。当主のケティルが後継ぎと決めた者がおる。
Who's the heir?
Is it Omar? Yep. He's not going to want to continue fighting after what he saw.
No chance.
Let's go.
なんてこと言うのこの子は。ノルドの男が恥ずかしいと思う。
She can still go out there. I'm fine, completely fine with that happening. Take a pitchfork or something.
This dude has his priorities straight.
Yeah, honestly, he's like one of the most sensible people in the room right
お
now.
前、戦争したがってたじゃねえかよ。
でも俺が向こうに戦のきっかけを与えちまった。
んなもん、どうとでもこじつけてくんなよ。
That's true.
He's not wrong.
お前じゃ
Yeah,
なけり
Canute
ゃ
would have found a
俺が
reason.
親父だった。お前はあの時、名誉を守った。もう一度、ノルド戦士の勇気を見せてみろ。
Is he gonna get gaslit? No.
Yo. Stood up to big bro.
こんなもん勇気じゃねえ。降伏する。笑いたきゃ笑えよ。
It took him the whole season, but he finally learned a lesson.
Yeah.
It only took like 50 men to die, but
Get fucked.
she can again.
一緒に行こう。俺は笑わねえよ、
Let's go.
若旦那。やってらんねえ。どけ、邪魔だ。
That's uncalled for.
待て。
Yeah.
どこ行くトールギル。うるせえ。あばよ、腰抜けども。
Yeah, the only reasonable people in that room are Snake, Spherical, of course, and Omar.
Yeah.
農場と引き換えに、お前のせがれは
Let's go.
男になった。
Spherical
Worthy
acknowledging Omar.
Yeah. Where's he running to?
Go find Thorfinn?
そのトルフィンが戻ると言ったんだ。
You gotta trust him.
わしはあの目を信じる。トルフィン。
Damn it. Thorfinn must be at camp already.
Yeah, I didn't see him in that panned out shot.
つまりお前はケティル一族のものじゃねえってことか。 チビ。
Okay.
トールズの子トルフィンと申します。
誰はすぐわかる。家畜みてえにくせえからな。
Oh, I got the whole squad laughing, dude.
They ain't gonna be laughing for
お前
long.
なんかじゃ話にならねえんだよ。
名を伝えていただければわかるはずです。
That is true.
トールズの子
Yeah.
トルフィンが来たとお知らせください。4年ほど前、短い間ですが王陛下の近衛を務めておりました。
He's looking at him like, what do you mean by that? You can't be the royal guard. You're small. Oh,
Damn.
he took that though.
チビ。
Midget? Bro,
て
chill.
めえみてえな臭くてチビのこの絵がいるかボケ。
Little bro thinks he's the antagonist.
でも本当なんです。
そいつまだ寝ぼけてんぞ。お前のげんこつじゃぬるいと。
The whole squad laughing. Yeah.
目覚めの悪い子だ。
Is Canute over here in this?
I feel like you can hear it.
It's not
The
that
people
far
getting
away.
riled
わ
up.
かったか。
ケティルめが死者をよこしてき
Say
ま
the
した。
name.
ケティル自身の投稿ではないので部下たちが追い返そうとしていますが、どうやら粘り
He
強い
didn't say the
ようで
name.
す。
名と身分を確認したか。
Oh,
はい、
Oh?
農場の奉公人トールズの子
okay.
トルフィンと名乗ったそうです。
Oh, he knows that
Woke
name.
his ass up.
Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
わかった小柄な男か。
ご存知のものなのですか。
Who gave you that?
いや、その必要はない。
Okay.
トールズの子。まさかな。
That name holds some weight.
Unless.
待ってください。やり合う気はないんです。
He's trying to warn him.
ほう、結構動けるなあいつ。
甘かった。とにかくこの状況を変えないと。
いい加減当てろよタロッタ。
Been using helmets to carry valuables. Damn.
まず一発。
Let's get him back up.
やれやれ。まだ元気じゃねえか。殺せ。
Oh, 9
Finally
hours
caught
here.
up.
トルフィン。ああ、何発殴ったらおめえがベソかいて逃げ出すかをかけて。
Oh man, he's going to take a lot more punches.
一番人気は10発以下だ。
その賭け、俺も一口乗ります。自分にかける。
Damn.
ああ、そうね。90発だよ。
Okay, so 100
Okay.
punches.
Easy.
じゃあ100発だな。
About to sound like the Mob Psycho opening.
お前の勝ちだ。負けたらお前の命をもらう。
Hold up.
ケテルなんかのためにお前がそこまでする義理があんのか。
It's not just for Kettle.
戦争なんだ。一人の力じゃどうにもならない。
俺はこの農場に流れ着いてよかったと思ってる。お前とだって出会えた。
Seeing them like clean shaven is really
Yeah.
weird at this point.
お前だって
It's jarring, man.
本当は
It's
分
like,
か
who are
ってる
these characters?
受けたご
A really touching moment, though, right before Thorfinn gets the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
殴られるのにもコツがある。
There's a trick.
Hmm.
俺は殴られ慣れてる。
マジかよ。あんなできるもんやっちまえ。
Guess you just have to brace for it.
Man's looking like Thorkel right now. The bear killer, okay. Great value, Thorkel, then.
Oh, you know what? That's what that scar is on his eye. I just noticed.
He trying to be Thor. Oh, the bear claw?
Yeah.
Ooh. Please don't tell me the episode's about to end. Oh my god.
Feel like I just got hit by
Jesus.
100 punches. What is this cliffhanger?
Dude, I cannot wait till next episode.
I hope literally the whole episode is just Thorfinn getting punched.
I guess you gotta see.
Yeah.
But god, I did not... We got a lot of that episode. I should be content. But I cannot wait till next episode.
Yeah.
I will say, I guess it's fine. I'm fine with it being pushed to next episode. But I will say, I actually do have some criticisms this episode.
Lay him out.
What'd you say?
I said lay him out. What are the criticisms?
It's actually just with the animation. I feel like the animation took a step down this episode. I don't know the reason why, but I felt like, I'm not sure if you noticed too, but like a lot of the shots were very just like still frame shots with like very little movement.
Yeah.
Or just, it was very low effort animation. Granted, a lot of scenes didn't necessarily need them.
Right. Because it was a dialogue heavy episode.
Yeah. But like they like, it just felt, I mean, even sometimes like with dialogue heavy scenes, you might have character to move, like movement. But like a lot of this was very still and stiff. But again, like I'd rather have it be this episode than the upcoming episode. Maybe all the animation is spent on Thorfinn getting his ass beat.
Maybe.
And really, the show has not disappointed with animation before. It's just, I guess this episode might have been under a time crunch, but it was pretty noticeable compared to other episodes.
Yeah.
Is it just me or like?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to it, but I think you're more of like a stickler for good or bad animation. I just kind of, if there's not a lot of animation on the screen, then I'm focused on the subtitles.
Gotcha.
More.
Okay.
Whereas if like there's a lot of stuff going on, then I'm really rushing to try to read everything before it disappears.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, ultimately it was fine. It was just, it's like for some of the walking scenes, it's like if you just cut out the character and just like moved them up and down, like with very little anime. Like there was like, it's like same frame. I don't know. I'm gonna step away from that topic. But because ultimately it's fine at the end of the day. There wasn't really any major calls for like there wasn't any fighting and shit, so it was fine. But yeah, I could not stop smiling this episode, especially when it came up to Thorfinn like walking up and then it panning over to Canute. Because goddamn, I cannot wait till next episode. It might be my favorite episode of this. I guess maybe not favorite, but like maybe second favorite episode of this season.
Man, I'm really excited now.
But yeah, really good episode. Hella development for Omar.
Bro, I've been waiting so long for Omar character development. I remember early on, I was like, I would like to see Omar like actually become a good fighter, or maybe even just join our boys, Thorfinn and Einar. But instead, he got character development in a way I didn't expect. You got like the physically manliest man in the room, and yet somehow Omar is the man. He's like making the right decision, standing up to Thorgil, and I like the way they had Sverkel acknowledge that too.
Yeah, they're very much polar opposites from each other. And Thorgil, if he had it his way, if he was named heir, everyone he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care if everyone died. Yeah, on the farm, all the farmhands died.
He literally said, "Honor is more important than life."
Yeah, which he very much in that he's very much into that Nordic culture, or Viking culture, living and dying on the battlefield for honor. But Omar is not a Viking. He's not a traditional Nordic man. He has a sense of self and self. He has a sense of self-preservation, which is completely fine and sensible. It's good to just be worried and concerned. It's fine. It's normal to be afraid of your own life, you know.
Yeah.
And also him like saying he doesn't like not just from he doesn't want to see any more killing, not just himself, but like other people on the farm. He acknowledges that, and he acknowledges that he's a coward. And again, like I think that's fine for every normal person, not to be like a coward, but like understand like when you shouldn't fight, you know?
Yeah, know your limitations.
Yeah.
And what the smart decision is for everybody, not just yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like for this entire season, Omar was trying to be something he wasn't, and now he's admitting like he's accepting and acknowledging what he really is, and that's completely fine. It's more sensible than Kettle's obsession for power, leading him to make irrational decisions. Honestly, I've been thinking about more. Unnamed Wife is probably my most hated character this season.
Yeah.
Because not only is she's just kind of, she should not have any input. Because she's not adding anything. She's just benefiting from everything. She's not putting anything in. And honestly, if you think about it, she's part of the reason why Arnold's life was hell.
She's a massive hater.
She's a massive hater. And honestly, she kind of fucking talked up. I don't know. I'm trying to work this out mentally. But Kettle beating Arnheid I don't know if that would have happened regardless if he found out. But the wife was playing.
She egged him on.
She egged him on completely. So indirectly, she has blood on her hands. And at the very least, she fucking not as worse in terms of Kettle what he's done, but she has added nothing positive to the show.
Because like characters, even when they've done bad things, they there are moments in the show where it's really highlighted them, and even if like a lot of characters we have liked, but other characters were just neutral towards, it's like okay, but every interaction with her on the screen, it's always like a negative experience. She's always antagonizing.
Yeah, exactly. She's just full of hater energy.
And it's not one of the like good antagonists where you kind of agree with what the villain is saying because they're spitting. No, she's just the bad like antagonist.
Not even one dimensional. She is 0-dimensional. In terms of like how much depth there is to her character. Honestly, she doesn't have to be. That's not like a major fucking criticism. I just hate her. That's fine. I don't know what the author has said on her, but maybe she's just meant to be hated. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about Kettle a little bit again, I mean, mentally, where do you place? Where like, how do you view Kettle in your mind?
I like after the episode where he beat Arnheid, I do not fuck with Kettle anymore.
That's completely.
And then he made the decision, like war was coming. He made the decision to go to war, and he got a lot of people killed because of it. He didn't think rationally. He let his emotions take over instead of using logic, and now look at him,
lying in bed, knocked out. So yeah, Kettle. His downfall is definitely his obsession with power. Spherical called it out. But I like that this show reminds us that that's not all there is or was to Kettle. Kettle is, unlike his wife, is not a one-dimensional character. He can be viewed at from different perspectives. And part of the reminder we got was Thorfinn's speech to Einar, like talking about the people who have helped him out on this farm and how ultimately he's happy he came to this place, because Kettle, at the end of the day, despite all the terrible shit he did at the end, like to R9 in the past few episodes, he contributed to Thorfinn's growth. He gave him a place. He gave Thorfinn a place for him to thrive and develop. Granted, that's not really what Kettle's intention was. He was just looking for a worker. Thorfinn fit the bill, but it was an opportunity that Thorfinn got, and Thorfinn, for the most part, was treated pretty respectfully by Kettle. You know.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, I don't view Kettle in high regards, especially after what happens to Arnheim. But I think it's an important reminder that, like, that Kettle had more to him, you know?
Yeah,
regardless,
he was an unnamed wife, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, I still view him in a negative light, because it's, to me, what he does is completely, you can't overlook that. But yeah, moving on to Thorfinn and Einar. Yeah, I cannot, like, they're fucking bros, man. I love them. And Thorfinn's little speech about everyone that's helped him develop on this farm, and like how he wants to kind of repay that by trying to talk Canute down, it's admirable, you know. I think it's crazy to see how far he's come.
Mm-hmm. I like the self-reflection right there, and just looking back at the past, he kind of acknowledged it himself.
Yeah, and like watching it, it hits different between reading like all the chapters, like this entire arc, in, let's say, like a week's time frame. Like, I still fucking loved it, but it feels like a much longer journey, even though this is me rewatching the anime adaptation, or watching the anime adaptation, but like across, like, since January. So it feels like we've come a long way since January, you know, with Thorfinn. It's been going on to 5 months now. So
the time skips too, like he's a man now.
Yeah. And it's so fucking good. Like, there is so much more to come, but this point right here, this finale that's about to happen, is it gets me emotional. It gets me excited. But yeah, is there any other scenes that stuck out to you this episode, like that you wanted to comment on?
Well, right before Thorfinn gives that little speech to Einar, just Einar running to catch Thorfinn, and like, you know, busting into the crowd, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Like, the fact that he would actually go down there with all the Thanes, he like didn't care. Thorfinn, you know, they're best buds. They always got each other's backs. So
I mean, like, you work a farm with somebody for 3 years, I feel you're bros for life, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And right before that scene, when Einar was talking to Leif's like, "Thorfinn told me he'd come back. Yeah, I trust him." I thought that was really cool. I mean, there's so many scenes from this show. Before, like, the big standoff between Omar and Thorgil, when he came to the a guardhouse with all the people on the ground, bleeding, dying. When he was talking to the girls, I believe that was her father. That's what she said, right? His hands were cut off, and then he like just can't bear to see it. He's such a vulnerable character. It's like easy to connect with him. Yeah, I feel like, because if I was in that same situation, I mean, I think I have a rather strong stomach. I don't feel nauseous when I look at a lot of things, but like they're like trying to put myself into something like that. Realistically, I would probably vomit and be crying too. Like, that is the most horrible thing imaginable.
yeah, like physically it's fucked up. Gore is never nice to look at. But I think like the weight of it is
Also the reason behind it, because he's blaming himself
Yeah.
too.
because he let his emotions get the better of him. He feels like he gave Canute a reason to take the farm. Granted, I very much agree with what Thorgil was saying.
Same.
Like Canute's ambition, he would have found a reason or made one, you know. But like, so I think ultimately he still blames it on him for giving him like that first. If he blames himself for it, like, because it was at the end of the day it was his hand. So I mean it's tough, like, but yeah, I agree. Omar, as much as we make fun and laugh at him, he's easy to connect with because compared to everyone else, he is extremely human, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like it's interesting to see and have a character like that where everyone else is like just fucking built different, you know? We have like a more tied to reality character that gives like us a comparison point. You know, like not everyone in the show can fucking punch a horse or just slash someone's fingers off, you know?
Like I love Thorgil. Like I love how badass he is and watching him fight, but I can't really relate to him at all personally because I'm just not built like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all around really good. And I also I talked about this before. We also have Snake again being the "Are you sure about this?" Guy. Like he's asking for confirmation on everything because I don't know. I feel like if Snake was making decisions, he would probably just say like this shit isn't worth it, y'all. He knows everyone's gonna fucking die if you fight. So he's constantly like he keeps asking like, "Are you sure about this?" And like when I fucking loved like him acknowledging Omar, saying like, "I won't laugh at you."
Yeah, that was sick too.
So like slower episode, dialogue heavy, action still to come in our remaining 22, 23, 24. Do we have 3 episodes left? Holy shit.
Yeah, this is 21. Wow.
Oh my god. That's crazy. But the good shit's still to come, but this episode was fucking great.
Also, beginning of the episode, Einar at Arnhide's grave.
Fuck. Yeah.
That hurts.
It hurts because like me as a reader, and I'm sure you as well, Gardar being introduced is a complete blindside. The way they kind of frame it is like Einar and Arnhide get together at some point, you know? Everyone, you and Kojo were expecting that. Or hoping for that, I'm sure, yeah?
Yes. So,
seeing it like another time like that, Einar is just like fucking lamenting it, or just... It's tough, because he's our second boy besides Thorfinn, and it's sad to see him not...
We want to see him
get
win.
that life with her. We want to see him win, and Arnhide was... Like, seeing him like cry out, like previous episode, just fucking pour out his feelings, saying that he loved Arnhide and wanted to have a life with her, is tough. But you know, it is what it is. At least he has Thorfinn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to fucking... I'm clicking at nothing right now. Yeah, 24 episodes. So we have 3 more episodes left. That's insane. I can't wait. But yeah, is that pretty much it? Everything?
I think we covered just about everything.
I could talk circles all day, but I think we're good to leave it there. How about you?
Yeah, I think that's good. And you know, if we have Kojo for next episode, which you said next episode is going to be amazing, or if he's busy and we don't have him, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about before and after that episode as well.
Mm-hmm. I need to... We need to make sure that man is here next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully he is. because I really want to see his reaction to next episode. And yours, because that shit's gonna be good. But yeah,
Ready.
look forward to that. If you want to, if you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe so you can be here with us next week and the remaining 3 episodes of the finale for the season. Check our other videos in the meantime. We got a lot of other shit, anime, western shows, you name it, we got it. Check out our Patreon if you want exclusive content in the form of full-length reactions and 4-week early access of some select series we have going on the channel right now. A lot of content for y'all to watch. And yeah, check out our other socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our Discord. Free to join, come in there, interact with us, talk about Vinland Saga, talk about just your hobbies, anything really. We got a few people in there. We talk like that are just kind of active throughout the day. Just come in there, say hi if you want. But yeah, all that being said, we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.
See ya.